All right, let's dive into a poem today that's short, but wow, does it pack a punch. It's The Lake Isle of Innisfree by W.B. Yeats. And it taps into a feeling that I think we've all had, right? That deep, almost urgent need to just find a quiet place in what can be a really noisy world. So let's explore how Yeats captures this, starting with the place he desperately wants to leave behind.
Right from the get-go, the poem puts us in a place that feels all too familiar, the city. You can almost feel it, the hard, gray, impersonal world of roadways and concrete. This is our starting point, a place just humming with noise and stress.
I mean, who hasn't felt this? That feeling of just wanting to drop everything and find somewhere, anywhere, that's just peaceful, you know? That right there, that universal urge, is what drives this entire poem and what keeps it so powerful today. So let's look at that first impulse. Because this isn't just some casual daydream he's having. No, this is a deep, powerful craving for a place the poem calls Innisfree. The poem kicks off with this incredible declaration. Notice, it's not, I wish I could go, or maybe someday I'll get around to it. It is, I will arise and go now. He even repeats go a second time, giving it this driving rhythm. You can feel the determination. He's just done. And it's so interesting that he chooses the word arise. It's not just get up. It gives the whole idea this bigger, deeper meaning. This isn't just about packing a suitcase and leaving. It feels more like a spiritual awakening, a decision that comes from the soul to change his entire way of being. And here you can see the conflict laid out perfectly. On one side, you've got this dull, gray, noisy city life. And on the other, you have the dream of Innisfree, which is all about natural beauty, simplicity, and quiet. The contrast couldn't be clearer, and it's what's fueling this deep, deep longing in the speaker.
But here's the thing. The speaker isn't just dreaming of some vague escape. Oh no, he has a very specific vision for it. He's already there in his mind, building this personal paradise, piece by piece.
And just look at how simple and real his plan is. It's not some mansion or a life of endless luxury. It's a tiny cabin made from the earth itself, a little garden, a beehive. It's a life that's been boiled down to its most essential, self-sufficient parts. And what's really important here is that each of these simple little steps stands for something much, much bigger. The humble cabin, that's about humility. The beans, that's self-reliance. And the bees represent living in tune with the rhythms of nature. It's a total rejection of all that modern complexity. Now, this line is so interesting. He says he wants to live alone. But before you start picturing some lonely, isolated hermit, just look at the second half of that line. And there it is, the key distinction. He's looking for solitude, not emptiness. His aloneness isn't silent or desolate. It's filled with the sound of life, the buzzing of bees in a bee-loud glade. This is a peaceful, vibrant kind of solitude, a world away from being lonely. Okay, so he's got the plan, he's got the vision, but what does this peace he's craving actually feel like? Well, in this next part, Yeats shifts from the what to the how, and he just immerses us in the full sensory experience of being on Innisfree. I just love this line. Peace isn't a light switch you can just flick on. It's not this sudden thing. He says it comes dropping slow, almost like a gentle mist or morning dew. It's this deep, gradual settling of the soul. And this peaceful feeling isn't just a fleeting moment. It soaks into the entire day. It starts with the soft veils of the morning, moves into this rich purple glow at noon, then the gentle flight of birds in the evening, and ends with the soft glimmer of midnight. Every single part of the day is just transformed by this deep, natural quiet. This is a world where even the darkness isn't truly dark. Instead, midnight's all a glimmer, where the harsh, bright light of midday softens into a rich, beautiful purple glow. And the day doesn't just stop. It ends gently with the soft sounds of nature, as the evening's full of the linnet's wings. It's just a complete immersion in total tranquility. But right here, this is where the poem takes its final and maybe its most important turn. After building up this beautiful physical paradise for us, Yeats reveals what Innisfree really is. This is the pivot point. The entire poem has been building right up to this idea. We think we're just talking about an island you can find on a map, but it turns out to be something so much more profound. Remember those pavements gray from the very beginning?
Well, he's still there. Physically, nothing has actually changed. But even while he's standing on that dull city street, he can hear the sounds of the lake. The memory, the feeling of Innisfree, is right there with him.
He hears it, he says, in his deep heart's core. And this is the real destination of the poem. It's not a dot on a map, it's the very center of his being. Innisfree is the name he gives to that inner peace he can carry inside himself, wherever he goes.
So, when you get right down to it, the poem shows us that the real escape isn't always about running away to a new place. It's about building an inner sanctuary, a state of mind that you can retreat to no matter how loud or gray the world outside gets. Innisfree is a portable peace. And that really brings us to the final question, doesn't it? The poem isn't just about Yeats's dream, it's an invitation for us to find our own. What's that place, that memory, that feeling you can carry in your deep heart's core to find a little peace, no matter where you are? What is your Innisfree?